We are going to be first, and we're 3-0 already after our previous games. So, yeah, let's do it to it. Let's not make this an even split. Let's crush them and put in some good work today as well. Great. Okay, now we are going to have to read a lot of these cards, of course. But Cobbler was in a previous game. Bandit's a base set card. Border Guard is a fun card. And Fair. I like to read these ones first. So Fair, at the start of your turn, +1 buy. That is pretty cool because it means we can guarantee just get a buy and not have to worry about it. So +1 action, discard your hands +3 cards. So if you get a really terrible hand, you can draw a smaller hand. That would be pretty cool with like library, really. We know Feodum. Let's start at the bottom. Okay, Border Guard. We know if you get multiple, if you got a bunch of actions, which could be good with multiple buys off of the Fair. But if you find a bunch of actions, you get to take the Horn and Lantern, and then all of your turns are good. Oh, I like this. So this just cycles itself, but then allows you to trash cards. So that's like pretty reasonable trashing. Let's see, we have 3. +2 actions, reveal your hand if you have no actions, +2 cards. I don't love it, especially because I think we're going to try to load up on actions with the Border Guard and the Fair. But we shall see. Like, I could see wanting to do, like, some rat catcher stuff to get ahead early. But let's see where else this kingdom takes us. For the top 5 cards of your deck, the player to your left chooses one. Discard the rest and discard that one and put the rest into your hand. Okay, not super exciting, but could definitely work with Way of the Mole. For the top card of your deck, if it's an action, play it. Yeah, this one is good. This is like an Iron Herald kind of thing, where you get, or Ironmonger. This is called Herald. It's like an Ironmonger if you get a bunch of actions. Put your deck into your discard pile. Put a card from your discard pile onto your deck. So it sets up your next draw nicely. I think this is probably going to be a Bandit game. It makes sense to try to get Bandit reasonably early. I think I'm also going to try to get Fair reasonably early because I'd rather buy up a bunch of Border Guards than just buy Heralds in the early game. When you play this, yeah, okay, I know this card. All right, and Cobbler gains something that costs 4 or less. I don't really love Cobbler here. I think I'm going to rush for Bandit. So when you play this, choose +1 buy and +2 gold, or the next time you buy a card, you can gain a differently named card with the same cost. So Bandit would allow you to gain duchies. It's not super exciting, though. I think I am going to grab a silver. Oh wait, you know what? No, I'm sorry. I wanted to grab a rat catcher to start off. Yeah. Let's grab a rat catcher on this first turn, and then I'm gonna grab a Fair, I think. Oh, and going for Envoy. Yeah, Envoy's probably pretty good in this early game here. But here's what I'm thinking. Yeah, 1 rat catcher. Now I'll buy a silver. And I want to start trying to trash cards as soon as possible. And this is 4. So 4 is kind of interesting because the rat catcher does replace itself. So now I could buy like 2 Border Guards. Yeah, let's buy some Border Guards. It's going to make it somewhat difficult to get a Bandit super quick. Yeah, so that's kind of an issue. But we'll be able to get the Horn and stuff, and I'll just buy a silver on this turn now that I've got access to 3 right now. And I think we're going to be able to make our deck pretty small, pretty quickly with the rat catcher, just using that at every possible instance. I'll try to put some more rat catchers in the deck, and I'll try to grab a silver as soon as possible as well. So there goes the silver. And yeah, now we're just trying to buy a bandit, which this hand certainly might be able to do. If this hand isn't able to buy a bandit, then maybe we'll grab like rat catcher, border guard, or something like that, and keep our deck pretty action heavy. But the border guards are going to get really strong because I think we're going to be able to trash a significant portion of our deck and grab. So the lantern guarantees that you have a border guard every turn. It puts a border guard onto your deck every turn, which is just nice. And then the lantern makes your border guard stronger. So I don't know what they did. They did something wrong. They're grabbing a rat catcher. That's totally fine. Let's go for the border guard. We grab the copper and then the border guard, and we grab a copper, and just like that, we can grab a bandit. So that is great. And now we're just going to try to play the bandit as much as possible. Okay, so I have to discard the silver, and then they get... oof. That is a horrible envoy. But yeah, now my opponent and I are both going to start banditing. They've got a few more rat catchers than we do, though. So let's grab the copper. Let's rat catcher. And then I think I'm going to grab another bandit here. I do think that that's going to be good. I could also see grabbing 2 rat catchers, but I'm sure there will be a turn where I just hit 4, like potentially on this turn I just hit 4. Okay, we discard their silver again. Their envoys have not been lucky with what they've been able to get here. So they've been staying at pretty low hands with their envoys, but that's good for us. That's why I didn't grab it. We can also, like, because they're unable to generate additional actions. The only way to generate additional actions in the kingdom, I believe, is Herald, and then Shantytown as well. But because they're not generating additional actions at the moment, we can just give them Bandit if they hit Bandit off of Envoy. So that's good. If they get another Envoy, then we can give them Envoy off of Envoy too. So yeah, that all feels pretty good. So this turn, assuming that I hit a 4th copper off the border guard, do I want to potentially go down to 3 copper? I think I'm not going to call the rat catcher this turn. We can just call it next turn. So yeah, we get a copper from there. We're going to go Bandit, and then we're going to buy 2 more rat catchers and keep our deck nice and tight. Opponent grabs the fair. So now we are playing much more of a fair game. I'll be able to trash an estate here. Opponent grabbing another rat catcher. There's definitely some like diminishing returns on rat catchers, but we want to get rid of all of these coppers now eventually, so we will we'll start to do that. So grab my rat catcher, play that, and then my bandit. And now I think I'm going to stock up on border guards at this point. I think this seems strong, and then we basically will get to a point where we've got all of the border guards and things. So they've got no actions floating. So at this point, we just make them discard their copper, and now they can't do anything with any of this from Envoy. Yeah, we just gave them a bunch of bull. Opponent grabbing 2 border guards this turn. I do want to start trashing my copper now whenever possible. So here's my border guard. Let's put the copper into my hand. Let's set up a rat catcher. Then let's play a bandit, I believe, and we have to decide. We have to decide now if I want like a cobbler to start grabbing feodoms. Because we could easily trash the feodoms. I think we just want to go for provinces. Feodum is like such an interesting card, but it's just a little bit tricky, and I don't want to get tricked out with it. I do still have one estate in my deck, but I think I am fine just trashing my copper here. I think that that's totally reasonable. Yeah, let's just grab border guards off of these. We'll grab the gold. That's fine. We'll grab... Do I want the silver or the border guard? Let's grab the border guard. Try to find the other golds. Yeah. That is good. And then we'll grab a rat catcher off of this one. And we've got 7 with 2 buys. So this could be like Bandit, border guard. That's not super useful. It could be border guard, cobbler. Honestly, I'm kind of just thinking border guard, border guard. Maybe charm is good at some point. I don't know. Charm actually just kind of seems worse than gold, but maybe the additional buy, having that somewhere in the deck, will be useful. All right, let's grab charm and border guard, and maybe we can make something out of nothing. Had I not trashed my my copper, I could have gotten a province this turn. And I think with all of these border guards in the deck, we can start greening a little bit easier here. We're just going to border guard. We'll get lucky off of one of these border guards, I swear. But not today. So now we're 6 with 2 buys. And what is 6 with 2 buys? Like, honestly, not super upset about, like, grabbing a gold or something. Shantytown's interesting. I think Herald is getting more powerful now, too. Maybe I just grab Herald and then just grab one more rat catcher. Yeah, I guess there's no real reason to start... I mean, I'm not going to grab, like, duchies or something. But we can maybe make our deck a little bit more powerful with these Heralds before things really get crack-a-lack in here. And we'll just rat catch our copper so that our deck is just bandits, golds, and border guards, and Heralds should normally hit. But even if Herald misses, it's +1/+1 regardless, so it's never going to be bad. Yeah, I wonder if I hit 8 with 2 buys. Do I buy 2 Heralds, or do I start buying provinces? Both myself and my opponent still have 1 estate left in our deck. So that's kind of funny. It's just a little bit unlucky that I haven't gotten anything off of the border guards yet. I just had 2 border guards on top and my opponent bandited them. So yeah, at some point that's just a little bit unlucky. So let's grab the charm for sure. Then let's play border guard. So it has to be a differently named card. So if we take the gold here, we could grab, like, you know, Bandit Duchy or something like that. We could also just use it to grab a province, and I really don't hate grabbing provinces at this point, I don't think, because we can border guard and kind of ignore the fact that we have so many provinces. We can kind of draw around them. So let's just go for gold, and let's just grab a little Pravi action here. I think that's going to be good. What's up, General Ginyu? How you doing? Long time no see. I didn't have the chat message open, but how you doing? Are you excited for some Soulforge fusions? I might try to... Okay, so they don't have an action floating, but the cobblers they can play regardless. I guess they're planning on using the cobblers for feodums. I'll discard a cobbler. That's fine. Yeah, I'm kind of looking a little free this Thursday. Oh wow, we gave them exactly enough to grab a Pravi too. That's unlucky, but they had to get there at some point. All right, so let's start with a rat catcher. We grabbed a charm, so we've got enough for a province. Let's border guard. Let's grab a rat catching. Border guard again. Nice, we finally got it. So let's grab border guard. We'll just take the horn to start off with, and then we'll border guard. We'll grab a bandit. That's great. Set up a rune catcher. Play the bandit, and then we'll just play this out. And I think we're just nice. Yeah, I basically started streaming again. I mean, I've been playing a lot of Dominion with my friends. But part of what made me consider wanting to get into streaming again was the SoulForge announcements. So yeah, that was like, maybe I'll boot everything up. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think that the game is going to be as good, not digitally. How'd they generate extra actions here? How did they generate actions? Oh, a herald. They heralded into something. So I just want to discard the border guard, I think. Yeah, they can have the rest of the cards. The rest of the cards are just a copper, basically. The rat catcher's decent here, too. Oh, wow. Wow. That was a pretty good turn for them. Yeah, they drew a lot. Herald is good. Herald is definitely going to let you draw stuff. They didn't steal our horn, luckily. How do we show this? Yeah, they didn't steal our horn, so we get to keep getting border guards, and eventually we'll probably be able to take the lantern here. They're not quite going to be able to pull ahead in provinces, but they can go province duchy, and that is definitely the start of pulling ahead. But yeah, back to SoulForge Fusion, I do agree that the concept of SoulForge seems to work so much better digitally. As well, the concept of randomly generated cards seems to be another digital platform, but they also know that that's what hurt them a lot last time, because digital is expensive. It's easier to just say, here's the rules, print the cards, and have people do it than hire people to actually make sure that those rules work in a computer engine. Interesting. I don't know why the game kind of like stalled out a little bit there, but let's trash one copper and then continue. Let's go border guard. Let's grab golds where we can. I'll use the herald now, and I revealed a gold, so that's a little bit annoying. Do I want border guard, or do I just want a gold? Well, that would be 11. 11 with 2 buys. Yeah, and I mean, this is also kind of fine. I think I'd rather find a bandit and then just 8 and buy 2 heralds. So maybe we will look for that. We are going to get to take the horn here, so that's good. Or, I'm sorry, the lantern. So now our border guards dig 3. We're able to find the bandit. I'll play the bandit, missing on my opponent's cards, but then we will grab 2 heralds, not overpaying. So now I think like we've stayed on parity in terms of provinces with my opponent. They bought a province, we bought a province. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's obviously the risk of physical play. It's certainly, well, yeah, there's certain aspects of the game that obviously we're going to compare it to what we already know, right? So there's definitely some aspects that are going to seem a little bit worse. They're just discarding the gold. We get Envoy turns into a copper because they have no actions floating. So yeah, Envoy definitely not too exciting there. We'll see if my opponent buys the Herald here. Yeah, I'm hesitant to say anything like too negative. And honestly, I'd love for the game to work because Soulforge is sweet, but we shall see. All right, let's grab a bandit. Let's play the bandit. We finally make them trash a gold, and then we autoplay the treasures, and now we are pulling ahead on provinces again, as my opponent was unable to buy a province this turn. So Envoy is good if you can generate additional actions before it comes, but yeah, I didn't buy an Envoy in this kingdom, but you reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. I choose and discard one, and they get the other 4. But the problem is if you don't play it before playing a Herald, like at this point, they've got 3 actions floating. So now if they play an Envoy, they'll be able to play any actions that I give them as well. Their first few Envoys were not so stellar, and it gets a little bit worse as you have provinces in your deck, because obviously I just let you have the provinces. I'm probably going to click a gold almost every single time on Envoy. So we'll see. And did they... Yeah, they're going to be able to take the horn or the lantern here from me. So they grab the lantern and leave me with the horn, which that's good. That's good for us here because it's very easy to take the lantern back. What's hard to do is when you have the lantern to take the horn. But yeah, they're definitely... I mean, they're doing some good stuff here for sure. And here comes the Envoy, but they don't even have any cards in their deck. Oh my gosh, Envoy with no cards left in your deck. I just discarded your gold and let you grab an estate. That is really funny. Envoy definitely not working out for my opponent this game, so I'm glad that I didn't buy one. But they do have the rest of their deck, so that's going to be 10 gold, 13 gold wouldn't have really made a difference. I guess it's Province Duchy, which we might want to consider doing now ourselves. But yeah, they're going to grab a province and an estate. So we're definitely going to want to try to grab Province Duchy here. If we can make that work. So let's grab all of the golds we find. Yeah, let's just grab all the golds. We will need a little bit more cash than this. Yeah, because this is only 9. So now if I grab... This is a little bit scary, actually. Because now if we trashed their gold. So now they only have, like, barely enough gold in their deck. I think I've got to risk it here. Because my opponent has... basically exactly 8 gold in their deck. They're probably going to be able to get there. Should we make them? Should we make them get there? Just like buy 2 more heralds and then we can do, or just go Herald Duchy, I guess. This is really tricky. I want to buy the province. They do have a border guard, but they don't have... Or, I'm sorry, they have the lantern, so we don't know if they actually have a border guard. Because I have most of the border guards. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. I think we can... I think we'll be okay, and we'll be able to find a win here with this one. They do have a cobbler, so they get to grab another estate. So you win when the game... So the game ends either when all of the provinces are gone, of which there's only 1 left here, or the game ends when 3 other piles are gone. So border guards are gone, heralds are almost gone, you'd have to deplete 1 other thing. So that's when the game ends, and then at that point, whoever has more VP wins. So because I bought the penultimate province, my opponent can now buy the final province and win the game. So we're going to want to discard one of these 2 golds, and I think that's going to make things tough for my opponent. Nah, they're going to be able to draw it. They're going to be able to draw it again anyways, but... No, because they've got some cards in their discard. So maybe they won't be able to... But yeah, this game really is just going to hinge on my opponent's ability to draw this gold. So they've got a Herald, they reveal a gold, and then they border guard and grab one of these golds. But I don't know if they have enough right now. Do they have 3 golds? I trashed one of their golds. Oh, they have another Herald. Okay, so now they're going to be able to... Now they've got 3 golds in hand. They're going to be able to buy the last province and win. Yeah, this was tough because this is such a supercharged kingdom. I guess I was thinking that... because there are so... Because I trashed one of their golds with bandits, and they were so close on the last turn that they might not be able to get there this turn. But I guess they had... What did they have last turn? 10? They had 3 golds and a copper. Oh, wait. We're still doing something here. I discard their gold. How did we make this happen? So now they're out of actions and their gold's in their discard. This might work. They might have 7 right now. These envoys might have really been screwing with my opponent this game. Yeah, these envoys. So we did it. Wow. Okay, it was the right move. That's what I was thinking, that they would need to draw every single one of their gold, and we were able to keep them off of it. So now, as long as we can buy this province, let's not call the rat catcher on the final turn. Let's play border guard. Let's grab a gold, and now all I need to do is find 1 more gold off this border guard, so charm will work. We'll play Bandit just to skip through that, and then we'll play Charm for +2 coins, buy the last province, and we win 31-24. So there we go. Yeah, they were missing 1 gold because we hit it with the Bandit. So yeah, that was pretty clutch. Bandit finally came through for us. We had 2 bandits to their 1, so we were generating more gold and stuff throughout that game. But that was a super close game. Winning just by 7 there, winning by buying the... and my opponent missed with 3 heralds in a row on that last turn. So they definitely got unlucky more than anything else happened there. But now we are on to our, speaking of penultimate game here. So we are... I didn't turn off spectator comments, so please don't talk. I can also restart game if you'd rather. Oh, yeah. Yes, definitely no luck given to my opponent on that one. You're supposed to turn off spectators' abilities to comment in league matches, because, okay, great. Because we just got a spectator, so I wanted to make sure they didn't say anything and interrupt the match, but it's Hoyo's friend, so we should be good. So I always like to look at this first. Cathedral, I love this card. At the start of your turn, trash a card from your hand. I'm definitely going to be buying this on the first turn, and we want to look if there are ways to reveal, but let's look through all the cards. Gain 3 coppers to your hand. Don't like that. We can trash a copper to gain a ducat. I do like the flag bearer, and the flag bearer is pretty good with Cathedral. I'm probably going to wind up taking the flag and the Cathedral. You can also trash the flag. I really like a lot of everything that is doing. Jack of all trades is good, but I'm going to probably want Patron and Flag Bearer more so when I can. Non-command action from the supply that costs less than this, leaving it there. Laboratory is good. Sacred Boon is a gold, receive a boon. Interesting. And then Border Village is really good. And Prince. Is there anything good with Prince here? I mean, Prince is always fantastic. So Border Village is really good because it basically only costs 1. So if you can ever get the Border Village, you have to snap it up. And you just buy, like, Border Village Laboratory, and you've made your deck, like, insane. Opponent went for Sacred Grove because they hit a 5-2 split. Okay. This is going to be a little bit scary. With Scouting Party again, look at the top 5 cards. Discard 3 and put the other 2 back in any order. So that's just good if you have extra money in the late game. Why are Cathedral and Scouting Party bigger? Because these aren't actual cards that you buy. These are just effects. So Cathedral is just like an artifact or a structure or a portal. So that's something that you buy, and now I have it. So I have the Cathedral, and it's just already something that exists. Scouting Party events are things that you can do. It's like an effect that you can buy once per turn. So you use this event at the time that you buy it. Oh. Okay, yeah, my opponent used Scouting Party right there, and so it just immediately happened. They bought the Scouting Party, looked at the top 5 cards of their deck. It was all coppers, so they discarded 2 cards and put the coppers back. It just happened automatically. So now we're going to do the flag, and the flag is also an artifact, and it just gives me an additional card when drawing my hand here. So do I want the Swamp's Gift? Gain a Will-O-Wisp? Sure, yeah, I'll take it. That seems fine for me. Will-O-Wisp is just a cycler. So I think we're doing okay. Our opponent with that Sacred Grove opener is looking really hot, but we will be able to get Border Village Laboratory here. So I think we're actually kind of beating our opponent already. So yeah, we're looking good. And my opponent went for a Cathedral and a Scouting Party. So they have now joined us on the Cathedral, but we've already trashed so many more estates than my opponent has. So yeah, now we can just buy Border Village, and I can either grab a Sacred Grove or a Laboratory. That's tricky. The goal with this is going to be... yeah, cards that start with Border tend to be pretty good. Though, to be fair, I like Border Guard more than most people. I think everybody respects Border Village, though. So Prince is really interesting. We want to Prince a Patron. And if we do, we don't really need actions. I don't think we want to Prince a Jack of all trades, right? Draw until you have 5 cards in hand. No, we don't. We don't need this. We don't need this. We do want to Turbo Rush out a Prince, though, so maybe I will grab a Sacred Grove. That does give us 2 terminal cards in our hand because Flag Bearer doesn't work, but we can always just trash the Flag Bearer. That's why Flag Bearer and... so what is Earth's Gift? Discard a treasure to gain a card costing up to 4. Yeah, we want that. Let's discard this. And now, unfortunately, there's no way to reveal in this entire kingdom, but we are going to grab Patron. I just like it. The villagers are going to be clutch, and it's, I think, the best thing in this kingdom to Prince. So I didn't talk about Prince yet, but I actually watched a video with this last night, but Prince basically lets you turn one of your cards that costs 4 or less into an artifact. So that's pretty cool. Border Village. Now we're up on actions. Wow, this was perfect. So... Wait, maybe I don't understand this. Oh, it's because we're on the Moon's Gift now. So, yeah, let's just top deck Patron. That is fine. And unfortunately, we're going to wind up with 7 on this turn. So we just wind up a little bit short. But that's still fine. We're just going to buy like Border Village Laboratory here. And unfortunately, we're going to hit 7 again. It's actually going to turn into 6, though. What is River's Gift? +1 card at the end of this turn. Yeah. So Cathedral is actually going to make this a 6 hand, and we're going to wind up with a Border Village. Oh, maybe not. because we drew Laboratory off our... Why did we draw a card? Oh, I drew a card from the River's Gift. Oh, at the end of this turn. Oh, that's really interesting. So normally River's Gift is at the end of your own turn, but because I River's Gift on my opponent's turn, it actually worked. So this is great. I have to... Okay, so what are we doing now? We're doing the Sun's Gift. Look at the top 4 cards. Discard any number of them. Let's just discard the copper. And then, sure, these are fine. Now my opponent gets to do it. These Sacred Groves are definitely going to make this game a little bit longer. But with 10 coins, 2 buys, what do we do here? My opponent is just happy to let us use the flag, which I love. Feel like it's like Prince Scouting Party, but we already saw... Maybe I should have discarded more cards. If I'm going to do Prince Scouting Party, yeah, let's discard a few more cards here. So this was the... I think we just want to discard everything because we're just going to have this excess gold and we need to use it with this Scouting Party. So let's discard everything. And now we can, and you should be in the habit of Scouting Partying first. Oh, this is my whole deck. Okay. So let's go ahead and discard, why not? Let's discard these 3 cards. So that was just a total waste of time. But now we've got a Prince in our deck, and if we can find the Prince, we'll get to a point where we just have 2 free gold every turn. I don't know how much setup stuff we want to do, or if we just want to go for border villages and laboratories. This game certainly seems like it's going to be like a long one. So yeah, let's receive the Wind's Gift here. And then let's just discard the coppers. We are going to need to generate cash, though, which I think the Patron Prince combo will help us do. I also totally wouldn't mind... I wouldn't totally mind printing a Will-O-Wisp, just because I think I want to print something, because I think I just want to be princing. Always be princing. ABP. Yeah, so my opponent is going to make use of a Ducat here. They want to buy a Ducat, so they've got to back up a little bit and play their coppers one at a time. When you buy this, you get to trash a copy. And that's fine. So let's just start with Will-O-Wisp. Oh, no. Let's start by trashing a copper. Then let's play a Will-O-Wisp. We drew the copper. How lucky. And, oh, now we can't print this. All right, well, we have to... Yeah, we're pretty close to... I don't really want to trash the flag bearer or put the flag bearer under the prince, but I will. All right, let's do it. So now I can't trash the flag bearer, but... Okay, that's great. Discard 3 coppers to grab a gold, and then that doesn't leave me with anything else. It only leaves me with 3 coin. But we like that. So now I cannot Cathedral the flag bearer, but I'm still going to get 2 extra gold every single turn, which is pretty great. And will hopefully be pretty good for us. Let's just Scouting Party now with my excess money here, and I get to discard 3 cards. This is like almost pretty good. You have to discard 3 though. We definitely want laboratory. Do we want to bin the patron or the gold? I guess we bin the patron. Gold is just better than patron. So we'll grab these. And I'm all done with my buys here then. So yeah, Cathedral just slowly making our deck smaller. Prince is slowly going to just make our turns more powerful. And then we'd like to get to the point where we're just basically playing Sacred Grove every turn, generating multiple buys, and doing it. I mean, kind of like this turn. So let's see. I think we will get a Prince here, and then it looks like we can grab a Prince and a Patron. I'm going to wait to get a Flag Bearer until my opponent does. Patron is just better as well. Will give us additional actions, and then we can start buying a bunch more Sacred Groves. I could almost just buy another Sacred Grove here, but I think Prince Patron is going to be fire. So let's go for that. And we can Prince Patron on this turn. So that is pretty wonderful. We'll have more than enough actions. Seize Gift. Yeah, let's take it. +1 card. Both myself and my opponent are drawing a lot. Yeah, the Ducat. Maybe we do need to get into the Ducat game because the coffers are definitely a way to keep generating gold, though. I feel like I want to generate gold through Prince Patron. We will have to make sure we get the flag back. We are going to have to trash something good this turn, which is a little bit unfortunate, but totally fine because our hand is still going to be, like, fantastic. So, yeah, we're okay with that. Let's Prince the Patron, so now we get a Patron every turn. Then let's Patron and Sacred Grove. I can trash a card from my hand. We're going to want 2 buys, so what are we going to grab? I'd love to grab Border Village Flag Bearer, so let's not trash. We'll trash these with Cathedral soon enough, and just getting an extra Border Village in the deck is going to be good enough. Now we can just take all Sacred Groves because we are also generating a Villager every turn here. So I feel like we're pretty significantly ahead of my opponent with 2 Princes active to their, I believe, 0. I think they just grabbed the Flag Bearer so that they could put it under the Prince. Yeah, so they didn't even have anything to Prince this entire time. Now they did. Do we want a silver? Yeah, sure. If we don't like it, we'll trash it later. But I'm getting 4 passive gold a turn, so I'm already kind of killing it. And I might start to green now. So they grabbed another Prince, and that's it. We can't Prince our Will-O-Wisp anymore because we Cathedraled our Will-O-Wisp. Let's do this stuff. Let's trash this. The Flag Bearers are also good because, like, worst case scenario, you can trash them in the late game. But yeah, all of this is quite good. And what... Okay, we grabbed a Will-O-Wisp. And now what do we have for myself and my opponent? 16. So that is double Prince, or Prince Province, or double Province. I kind of like Prince Province. That pushes our advantage significantly, while also starting to win the game, starting to end the game. Don't know how this game is actually going to end. But I think this is good, and as long as I can also maintain flag control, I think that's going to be really tough for our opponent to get back in. So now we're looking at the top 4. We can discard any number of them. Oh, this is great because we are just going to try to find the Prince that we just generated. Let's see. Do we have anything? I guess we can put the Flag Bearer, but I don't mind drawing this Patron. Nah, but I only have 3 draws, so let's discard everything, and we'll try to Prince the Flag Bearer, and then we'll have 6 passive gold each turn. So my opponent has to use their coffers just to grab a province. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling good. They're grabbing another copper just so that they have things to trash. I really don't mind if I start trashing border villages and stuff. You know, border village actually doesn't even help me at this point in the game, so I'm totally fine with trashing that. But for right now, let's just trash a copper, and then for our actions, we'll start with border village. We drew the prince, so now we can prince the flag bearer, unless we are able to redraw into the patron, but we're not. So let's prince the flag bearer, and then let's play 2 sacred groves. I can trash a card from our hand. Let's not trash our province. And then let's do this. I can discard a treasure to gain a card that costs 4. So what are the implications of that? Card that costs 4 would be a patron, but I can already do that if I just play the gold. And I think I could also do something insane here, like Border Village Laboratory, Border Village Laboratory. So I'm going to not discard, and I know my opponent is close to, like, getting on board with me, but having a hand that gives 13, oh, wow, they took the flag. Okay, I seen you. So now I definitely want to grab a flag, and that leaves me with 9, so I will either grab a province or a prince. I feel like we've gotten so many powerful things that I might just want to grab a province now. There's no 3s really in this kingdom that are even worth considering. It would just be like Border Village. I just combined Garden Village, Garlage. So it would be Border Village Laboratory Silver or Province or Prince. Could also Scouting Party, Border Village Scouting Party. I'm already generating 6 gold a turn with my princes. I feel like this game is going to end relatively soon because I just have 6 passive gold. Like, yeah, all I have to do is draw Flag Bearer or Sacred Grove, and I'm already ready to buy here. The Moon's Gift look through, discard pile. I can put a card from it onto my deck. Sure. I don't have anything in my discard pile, so it didn't matter what I did. I will take +1 card, though. That seems sweet. And my opponent getting up to 12, so they can go Flag Bearer Province. Let's see if they do that. If they do that, I could Cathedral my Flag Bearer. That is a pretty good move. I don't have another prince. So, to figure out what I'm actually going to be drawing this turn. I already have 6. I already have 11. So if I draw like 2 golds... Yeah, I think I trashed the Flag Bearer. Just take back the flag, and I should be able to buy 2 provinces this turn. Let's see. I think I can already buy 2 provinces right now. Yeah. Might even be able to buy more than that. So let's see. Yeah, +1 card at the end of the turn. That's great. And then we got up to 19. So that would be... It's not quite enough. Like, Border Village doesn't go into that evenly. I mean, I could go Border Village. I could just buy 3 Border Villages. But, I mean, the provinces don't go into that nicely. So I'm just going to buy 2 provinces here and an estate. And now my opponent would have to do the same to tie the game. And I should hopefully, if they buy 1 province, I can end it because I'm generating all of this passive gold. Sure, I'll take a silver. We happen to draw 3 provinces in this opening hand, so we're actually not doing too much here. And my opponent actually has 2 buys. I only have 1 buy this turn for the first time in a while. So I do think we're going to have to really not do anything. Yeah, my opponent just grabbing that. But I am still 6 ahead of them, which means if I buy a province, I'll be 12 ahead. They'd have to buy province, duchy, duchy, estate. So let's trash this. And I think we're just good. But with only 1 buy, I'm going to buy Scouting Party. And then what do I do with Scouting Party? I discard 3. Discard 3 cards. So let's discard... Let's discard these. Yeah, that sounds fine. And then buy a province. So now I'm 12 up on my opponent. They'd have to buy 2 duchies, an estate, and a province to tie the game. And that would be their best turn this entire time. That means they'd have to generate 20 gold right now. They did, I believe, just steal the flag. So let's do this. This is fine. And then we'll discard this and this. Sure. Yeah, they started the turn by trashing a flag bearer and taking the flag. But like I said, we've got 6 gold just for doing nothing at the start of the turn. So all I will have to do is play my silver and I can buy the province, and there is no point in dragging it on. My opponent knows that they can't buy the province here. So yeah, let's just play this stuff and get it out of the way. There we go, Sacred Grove. Sure. Wasn't trying to BM with the Sacred Grove. I just figured, okay, this is 3 gold. It's the same as just playing the silver. Great. And then we get the province and we win by 10. So pretty good there. And now we are on our final game, and we will be able to be on the play. I'm just going to turn off spectator chat just in case. And that should be good for our last game here. Yeah, these have all been pretty fun and interesting games getting to play with advanced cards again. I thought originally this was going to be a base set season, but it does look like at least one of our other opponents has purchased expansions. So another Cobbler game. Wow. Well, if Cobbler already wasn't the thumbnail. But the problem is I haven't purchased Cobbler once, I don't think. So it's hard to make that the thumbnail. Okay. The Humble Castles are really interesting. I'll have to look into those again. Okay, that's definitely going to complicate some stuff. Let's start the game off. Way of the Monkey, +1 buy, +1 gold. Salt the Earth is trashy victory card from the supply. So I believe Salt the Earth can trash islands and humble castles, which is kind of funny. You can put this on your tavern mat and then get additional actions right. Gain a card costing up to more than 4. If you do, you get another one. Hermit is really interesting. Monument is a favorite card of mine. Just start getting those victory points early on. Does anything trash? Trash is a non-treasure. What does Navigator do? Discard them all or put them back. All right, and what is Butcher? You may trash a card from your hand. Okay, I like that. If you do, remove any number of tokens from your coffers. Interesting. Interesting. So it's like an upgrade. There's a little bit of flexibility with it. I I think I'm just going to go Monument because I like when that happens. Now, actually, maybe I grab an Engineer and start engineering for monuments. Okay. I like Monument in the early game. It's just a silver that also gives that. My opponent going for Coin of the Realm, but I don't see the need for plus actions on this board just yet. No, it'll come in handy. Yeah, it'll definitely come in handy. Okay. Yeah, maybe they're right. Maybe I do want to get coin before I start grabbing too many actions. I am going to just look at Humble Castle on the Dominion Wiki and figure out if any of these are really worth pursuing. I think one's an attack. I think the top one is the same as the bottom one. So I will... Where is... Okay, let me just... looking at the castles real quick. Okay, so let's take a look at these castles. So basically there's one, of each of these cards in the supply pile. One per castle. When you trash this... Okay, so this one you trash. This is an action. You trash this. Okay, so this one is pretty good. So it's just a matter of, do we think that these are good based off what the kingdom is going for? Thing is, I don't think Humble Castle is good. So rather than take Engineer or Coin of the Realm or something else, or Hermit or something, I do think my opponent has a smart idea in that just grabbing a Coin of the Realm early will allow us to make good use of it later. Wow, okay, my opponent... Oh, Cobbler is pretty strong in this one, isn't it? Well, we can't make use of Cobbler really here. But now that we have Coin of the Realm in our deck, I'm going to go for Monument. I'm not going to trash, and then... Let's look at this one. I've played with this card before, but I want to make sure I read it. So each player reveals the top 2 cards of their deck and discards them or puts them back, your choice, and then I draw 2. I don't think that's going to be as powerful as some of the other things we can do in this kingdom is my issue. Island is good with Humble Castle, but I really just don't want to give my opponent the Crumbling Castle is the problem. We also do want to get this Cobbler as soon as possible. Yeah, maybe I do just take the Humble Castle, give them the Crumbling. Crumbling is just so good. I don't want to do that. Okay, this could potentially let us trash estates and stuff, so maybe it'll be good. And now I have to decide if I want Engineer or I want Monument. My opponent just going for Monument. Let me just mute my phone here. And we have to decide which of these we want. I think I'm going to take one more Engineer. The thing is, I can just trash it and then I can grab like Island plus Monument when it looks like an opportune time to do so. And I think that that's just going to be good for us here. Okay, so my opponent went for the Humbling Castle. So now I think I want to grab the Crumbling. The Humble, and I will grab the Crumble. So I can do that just by playing Engineer, actually. So yeah, when we gain it, we gain an additional victory point, and then we'll try to trash it later using the small castle. My question is actually what I can do with 3 gold. Maybe I just buy another coin of the realm, and that way I'll feel good about trashing this. Like, I think I want to trash it and grab another monument or something, maybe. Yeah, okay. So let's definitely gain the crumbling castle. Then I think I do want to trash engineer and grab another monument. And then we play this. We play this. Maybe I grab another engineer, take on a little bit of debt. It's tough because I do really want access to this big stuff here too. So maybe I don't. Let's just grab another coin of the realm. Yeah, I want access. I want to be able to play with the big boys. We're going to be able to get a cobbler or a butcher with this turn. What did my opponent do? Oh, they grabbed an island with their cobbler. Yeah, that's pretty good. I definitely want a cobbler here, I think, because the 4s in this kingdom are just so strong. Island and monument. My opponent, I believe, grabbed the... Oh, they grabbed an engineer. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right, we like that. I'm only going to be able to play one of these actions, actually. Shoot. Okay, well, slightly regretting the hermit purchase then, but let's just monument. Oh, I can coin of the realm. Oh, yeah, let's do that. Okay. And then we're going to hermit just to trash an estate. That's all we're doing. Oh, we might as well trash the crumbling castle. Yeah. Trash the crumbling castle. And then I get to gain a card costing up to 3. I don't actually love this part of it. We have 2 coins of the realm. I think that's going to be enough. I guess Oracle is good if I have these coins of the realm, so I'll grab that, and then I will grab a cobbler and cobbler to start grabbing monuments and islands and things. I don't want another coin of the realm. My opponent grabbed another cobbler. That's pretty good. I might even be into engineer here and go into some debt because I already have the cobbler. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let's engineer. Let's grab... What does Navigator do? Look at the top 5, discard them all or put them back in any order. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's just grab Monument and an island and then buy half of an engineer. And we don't have a coin of the realm now on this turn. So this is pretty awkward. I think we're just going to play an engineer, grabbing 2 monuments, and then repaying our debt. And then buying another engineer or something, maybe. But we can't really make any use out of the cash from the monument, and we don't have anything that we really need to trash or anything either. Yeah, so let's engineer for some monuments. Maybe I will want another coin of the realm at some point, or another island. Yeah, this is so tough. This is so tough. I could do one more Oracle now that I've got the coins of the realms as well. I really don't have anything that I need to put under the island as of yet, is the issue with island. I don't have any other victory points, really. Coin of the Realm Oracle is a combo, and my opponent's kind of recognizing that and going for that strategy. So maybe we should too, because this is the only way to generate actions, and this is the best way to generate cards. It's not horrible. And I don't have a coin this turn, and I need one, so maybe I do want more coin. It just feels like kind of a waste to trash my engineer just to get a coin, because there's going to be times where I just need to get a coin later. Let's grab Monument, not trash, repay our debt, and then get another engineer. Wow, okay, got a little bit unlucky with this one, but we'll be able to grab another Cobbler or a Butcher. Do we want to get a Butcher into this? Oh, never mind. We won't be able to because we've got some debt to repay. Right. Okay, so now we can get another Coin of the Realm. That's kind of what I was thinking with this one, that there will be some time to Coin of the Realm when necessary. So, I don't really think that there's anything I need to Hermit. Just gonna have 4. Oh, maybe I could Hermit and not gain anything, so that way I gain a Madman. Maybe this is the turn to do that. Okay, yeah, I like that. So let's Hermit. I think we have to, like, not trash, though, which is the awkward part. Oh, can I trash this? Oh, I had no clue you could do that. So Hermit can trash from your hand. This is like a base set card, too. Or not quite, but it's a pretty basic card. And I just never knew that you could trash from your hand. Okay, so let's trash this. Then we get to gain a card that costs up to 3. Is that right? Do we want to gain... Do we want to gain a Hermit because we're going to be trashing a Hermit? Do we want to hang on to a Hermit? That's the question. No, these coins have been seeming cool. Let's grab a coin. And then we're just going to play this, end the buys, and then we get a Madman. Okay, okay, something's happening here. This turn is absolutely horrible. I guess we'll gain a Hermit. My opponent definitely significantly ahead. They've gotten all of the islands. Yeah, so that is definitely a little bit unlucky. Now that we have all these coins of the realm, now I want to start grabbing more oracles. This hand looks like it will be fine. I'll just grab an island, and I could even grab another island, or a copper, or a butcher. Oh, I could grab this small castle. Oh, that seems good. Yeah, because this is a good one. Small castle's a good one. This one is just a fine one. But then let's Cobbler, and we'll grab the last island on our turn, and we will have Coin of the Realm. I'm just assuming my opponent's going to grab, yeah, they're going to grab the penultimate island. And now, like, we do have some... The game could end at some point here, too, so we do need to be mindful of that. Oh, Cobbler gains to your hand? Oh... Well, that's what I get for my opponent playing Cobbler every game and me just kind of disregarding it. But I don't have any buys, right? How do you generate buys in this kingdom? Okay, no, this is fine. So let's start off with, I am going to have the ability to play basically all the actions that I want to. Oh, you generate buys with the monkey. Oh, so there is a way to generate some buys. But that's fine, because we're going to want this island anyways, and now we can just get rid of this estate. So I think it winds up being good. So Do we want these? Well, we're not going to be playing them this turn anyways. Oh, yes, we are. Yes, we are. We get to draw them. We get to draw them. We're going to be able to, if we keep these, then we're going to, no, we're not going to be able to get the haunted castle. Oh, yes, we will, because we'll be able to Way of the Monkey one of these things. Okay, so let's top deck these. And now these are my opponent's cards. I don't really think I want my opponent to have these. Yeah, let's discard these. Yeah, let's call a coin, play Monument, Monument, and then call a coin, Monkey and Engineer, Island our estate, Coin of the Realm, and now Haunted Castle. When you gain this, I will gain a gold, and then they have to put 2 cards from their hand onto their deck. So we like that. Opulent Castle is kind of interesting with Island because our opponent and I have been hiding all of our victory cards. I don't think Opulent Castle's really like the insane one. That's good to hear that that was bad for my opponent. I'm not going to grab an Engineer this turn. So my opponent currently only has Humble Castle. Just to bring these up again. My opponent only has Humble Castle. I have Small Castle, Haunted Castle. Okay. So this is Oracle. I get to order these. I don't think it matters though. So yeah, we'll just take these. Then I have to decide if I want to call my coin to play both of my monuments here. I don't think so. I think I just want to, because what would that give us? That would give us enough for like Butcher or something. I think I just play Monument, gain Monument. It doesn't give us enough for Opulent Castle. We do really have to worry about this game ending soon. It would give us enough for Duchy. I don't even know if you wind up buying Opulent Castle because Province only costs 1 more and it's like pretty significantly better. But let's not call the coin. Let's just end the actions and play another monument. I think I'll have opportunity for other big coin hands like this one. Though we already gained 2 actions off of Madman, but definitely going to be playing the Madman here and seeing if we can get ahead. We're all pretty low on gold because we haven't really been trying to get gold. We've just been trying to get victory points. This has been like a green heavy game for sure. But if I can Madman into a bunch of cards, it's weird that they made me discard that. I feel like they would have let me, should have let me keep that one. But just, I mean, like estate isn't good. But I guess they don't want me playing these monuments. But basically what I'm thinking is the coins are almost gone. The monuments are almost gone. The islands are already gone. So we can maybe end this game. Now I already have 2 actions. At this point, Engineer. Yeah, like you can just use Engineer simply to clean the monument. So I could get rid of every monument this turn. I don't need to call the coin. Question is just what am I going to do with this Engineer? I like Oracle and Hermit, so maybe I will pick up a pair of those. How much do I have? I have 8, but only 1 buy. So I guess I'm buying a province or an opulent castle. Discard any number of victory cards. So Opulent Castle just isn't good. Sprawling Castle, also not great. 8 for 7 victory points across 2 cards. I think that my deck stays the best. So here, yeah, I think I grab like Oracle, and I liked Hermit. But at this point in the game, maybe Hermit isn't good because you're always going to be buying something, so you're never going to turn it into the Madman. Okay, I can follow that logic. Let's just get another Monument, and then let's end my actions, auto-play all my treasures, play another Coin of the Realm, and grab a Pravi. So, yeah, we're looking good here, and now this will be a big coin turn because I drew my Oracle. I think I only have 1 Oracle, and my opponent has a whole bunch. They've definitely gone farther, but my opponent has to really be careful because an Engineer can end the game. It also means I have to be careful. My opponent might be able to end the game here themselves. So they're going to grab a province. So basically that means if I can buy a duchy and draw an engineer, I win. Yeah, that's really good. Let's discard these coppers. Let's discard Oracle. And then I drew an engineer. So I think I just win. What does this do? This is an action. Trash this or a castle from your hand if you do gain a castle. So I could do that to gain Opulent Castle. Maybe that's just fine. But yeah, let me just recheck the math. That gives me +1. This gives me +2, so it puts me at 26. Oh, I actually needed a little bit more than that because I'm behind by 4 right now. But this will put me ahead by 1. I trash this, gain that. I play a monument. I call a coin. I engineer, grabbing a monument, trashing the engineer, grabbing a coin. Autoplay these, grab a duchy, and now we win by 1. Great. Okay. Well, that was quite the way to end it there. Engineer just to clean out the supply piles. And my opponent definitely went all in on those islands early on, but wasn't really establishing anything with their deck. I mean, neither was I. This game was just a very green game, but all of the piles went down so quickly that I was able to end it there. So yeah, that was a pretty good showing. I believe this was a 6-0 against Hoyo. So pretty happy about that. That's going to make us pretty likely, I think, to win the league with a 6-0 and a 5-1. Still have 2 different players that I will have to play against. One of those players might be base set, and the other one is definitely going to have expansions. So we will have some other complicated games coming up, but I think I showed that I have a decent handle on the complicated games for sure. So I'm going to end the stream here, talk to my opponent a little bit, but that's going to be it for me today, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button if you're watching this on YouTube, and subscribe if you want to see how the league completes. But that's going to be it for me. Thanks for watching. I'm NoLucksGiven. Peace.